What up, guys? It's a Total Wars Master here doing another Napoleon Total War multiplayer online battle. The rules for this game: 4 lights, 0 art, 2 shooter cav, which we see our friend here as Russia did not understand or purposely broke, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he understood him. But what we're looking at here is heavy cavalry, lifeguard horse, very expensive heavy cavalry. We have some Cossacks, but my primary objective right here is to try and kill this 10-pounder unicorn. Howitzers in this game are very good. His 6-pounder horse, I'm not quite as afraid of as if it was 12-pounders, but we can already see he is opening up, which is already doing damage, which I really can't afford to happen. I can't afford to sit. So right now, because my opponent has brought this artillery, I gotta be aggressive. If I sit and wait, then you lose the match. So what's going on over here is we see a very weak flank to cavalry. He has not very good cavalry and support. Of course, their light infantry cannot form square, as well as their artillery is shooting their own men, which is actually really bad because, like, this lifeguard, that's a really good unit that Russia needs to make the best use of. It's not a very good choice for grassy flatlands. You lose out on firepower that way. But what I'm doing now is I'm getting my army in position, because right here, with how this bend is, this is a weak point. This is a weak point. I'm going to keep moving. I have my cavalry far enough out so that they're outside of firing distance. I don't want to lose my cavalry. So now we are more or less just waiting. Diamond formation here, as I have a video out on now. Not very good. But we see the charge happen. At least the advance up. It is at least somewhat decent to try and have them offset. Some players might get baited into charging everything at just one of these, leaving the other one to do good damage. But we see my Swiss over here, they are taking fairly decent damage. 12 men killed already. If I would just sit here, I would take an even worse beating. I get good damage on this lifeguard, of course. I'm able to bring my lancers into it. This is an interesting choice right here, bringing his general up, unsupported, unprotected. And we also see he does not have a very long formation. He's very thick, primarily right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to charge his lancers right towards his general. He starts to bring over his Cossacks. Charges them. But I'm able to get into his general. Able to rout his general. I'm going to change target for my lancers. I want to silence these guns. I mean, they've already killed nearly 15 of this Swiss. I get in. And this immobilizing his guns is very important. I'm able to break the howitzer unit, which is the unit that I despise the most, because it was the one doing most damage. Yes, it is fine. I have 2 cavalry over here, 2 lancers, as well as a chasseur cheval supporting my infantry. Over here, I have a chasseur cheval. I have Old Guard on his flank, and his general has left the field of battle. A devastating.
Our men are running, sir.
You see, all 3 units here took pretty good casualties. We also see his cannonade continuing that friendly fire as before. But what I'm doing now is I'm trying to bear down on this flank. I should be moving my lights up, but really I'm not too concerned with this. We see most of his guns are still up for his regular artillery, but his guns have shattered. See all of these in diamond formation, which diamond formation for like Cossacks is especially cool. He gets some shots off in my Fusiliers. I charge in my cavalry. Try and hit with some overwhelming firepower, although of course this artillery is devastating because artillery is very good against cavalry in this game with round shot. Able to shatter this layer. The morale penalties are really bad for this general flood. And we see devastation across all this. This entire flank collapses. Over here, I pushed in my
Our men are running, sir!
Just to show how devastating this morale penalty has been. On this side, due to the old guard and the general fleeing, we have a musketeer unit that has 119 men out of 120 with allies, with friends routing penalty. On top of all that, we have 101 here, 99 here. I mean, these are full units that you really need to fight, and them running due to the morale penalties is absolutely devastating. Over here we see that the use of artillery really hampered because he was very much limited on what he could bring, because that's a lot of money you have to put in to make all that work. Get into a good melee here, continue to bring my men to bear. Bring in my chasseurs de cheval on this one. I charge my lancers over here. I don't want these units coming back in case he's able to pull back. But we don't see that happen. We see a total morale collapse right now.
Our men are running, sir!
And there it is, folks. So, some quick takeaways I want to wrap this all up with. The use of artillery by your opponent when you don't have artillery, it does force you to be somewhat aggressive. Like if I sit there for an hour, which is the time limit I play with, you will take absolutely devastating fire from a howitzer over that hour. They have to use their artillery well. Regular standard artillery, meaning your horse artillery, your 12-pounders, your 6-pounders, behind your own lines really don't do a whole lot. It also limits your ability to use canister shot against incoming infantry. But as a whole, I'm not a big fan of them. You are spending a lot of money on a unit that typically is slow, buggy. I've seen a lot of times where you go to unlimber horse artillery or the such, and it just gets bugged, and you can't limber it, you can't unlimber it, you can't shoot it, which really is devastating especially if you spend a lot of money on your artillery. But really, that wraps it up. Be aggressive. Use your advantages to them spending money on that artillery, and the day will be yours. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Tell me your opinions on artillery, especially for grassy flatlands down below. Total Wars Master.